Might I say you're looking spectacular in lumberjack red, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You were looking for 50 Shades of Grey, but instead you are red.
I found you, so there's some of the 50.
Have a look at this, the humanity, Ken.
It is stunning. It really is. I mean, there's people sitting where I've never seen them sitting before. I mean, this place is absolutely packed.
Speaking of stunning, hello, Miss Banks.
Hello, how are you?
She's got her Red Bull because it is Red Bull weekend, the Red Bull Cup. Ken, this event, how do you put it into words?
Boy, that's a tough one. It's like trying to tell somebody to go watch the Indianapolis 500 that's never been there. I just can never find the words to describe it. It's just one of those things where you have to be here. But the vibe is just so different. It's I don't know if magical is the word. I don't know what to tell you. It's quintessential small town America, Midwest, but the 1,700 people that are usually here are now 50,000 of them, 60,000 of them, whatever the case may be. It's just a great vibe, man. There's kids running around. It's cool. They're playing in the grass. People are drinking a beer. They're watching some of the best racing on the planet. It's just a great time, man. The weather could not be any better.
They're so patient too. Like they sit in their lawn chairs, or they're up there in that old grandstand that was the Milwaukee Mile grandstand. It's got some heritage there, but everywhere you look, they're just jammed in, and nobody seems fidgety. No one seems angry. They're all just here to have a good time.
They all have a beer.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have some of your moonshine.
Or a big house moonshine.
They might have some of that. I mean, that's the deal. You get here on Wednesday or Thursday, they park, they camp, and they're here. They're in no rush. They know the races are coming, no matter how long it takes. So sit back, chill out, get something good to eat, something good to drink, sit next to the people you love, and have a great weekend.
We were talking to Jason Flannery during the parade, and he got quite emotional talking about the pride he has in his family and what they've built. And I think, Cliff, they mortgaged like $140,000 50 odd years ago, and that was a lot of money back then. People said you're crazy. I would say that the gamble paid off.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, how many times do you hear that story with people that are passionate about something and they go all in and the plan B doesn't exist? It's work hard, man, and that's exactly what they said. There was no plan B. So they rolled the sleeves up and we've got to make it. That's the end of the story.
You call a lot of motor racing across a lot of genres. You get to work with Tommy Johnson Jr. these days in IHRA drag racing, but off-road is at the heart of your DNA, isn't it?
I've just been doing it for 23 years now, and I've had the opportunity to drive a pro light, drive a pro buggy, met some of the greatest people, lifelong friends, lifelong relationships. My son's now working in racing in it. He's won a championship in this style of racing. He's now in Pro 4, the Premier Division. Stressful, absolutely, but yeah, I mean, it's an amazing sport. It really is, and the people inside of it are even better yet. It's been a big piece of my life. It's been a big piece of my career.
So Marty Fialka works really hard on the corporate side of this, bringing new partners in, and we're seeing that with Polaris and Red Bull, with Toyota. Now we're seeing the Ram truck thrill ride back there. We're seeing Ford here with a big display as well. All the big performance market leaders are here now.
Yeah, I mentioned this before, I think at our Golden Ticket VIP dinner that we had on Thursday night. Hall of Famers were all here. It's not just the size of the manufacturers midway, it's the quality of the manufacturers midway that continues to grow. And I mean, you're right, it is the biggest names in the industry. You look at that Toyota display over there,
yeah.
Oh my goodness. And as you just said, brand new this year, that Ram display, or the Ram track, if you will, where people can climb in and see what the trucks are capable of. It just continues to grow, and it's growing with the biggest names in the industry.
So you know what it's like to be in the Ram ride. How was that?
It was awesome. I was not expecting to get that much air in a Ram truck.
Yes, super.
And it was all stock parts. How you buy it? The Ram, I forget what it was called.
Yeah, it was just a wild RHO.
Yeah, the 1500.
Yeah.
Right? RHO.
So
You done
good.
it, Ken?
I have not done it.
He's got to
I'm
put
with
his
you.
seatbelt on and put the big panties on and go out there because it's fun.
Put the big panties on, Ken. Wow, I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah.
On track right there is one of the ride trucks as well. They never stop evolving here. Next year we'll see vintage cars and trucks and buggies, but also Rally X is going to be here as well. Like, it's the new and the old.
Yeah, those cars are rocket ships. They're talking about 1,000 horsepower. They have electric as well, and the electric has a great relationship with Kicker Audio, so they actually can produce sounds of race cars because fans love to hear sounds of race cars, and I'm telling you, it's authentic and it's loud. It's super unique, very, very cool. So yeah, we look forward to seeing that. It'll be great to see some of the nostalgia cars come out here. As Marty Fiocca put it, they're stuffed in barns everywhere around here for hundreds of miles. So they'll dig those things out, blow the dust off, and get them cleaned up and bring them out, and that will grow. You know, there'll be a few here next year, and I bet you 5 years from now, they all look spectacular, and it's quite the class. And it'll bring with it some of the real characters of this industry.
Yeah. Hold my beer, watch this.
Right.
That kind of, I mean, we saw a Hall of Famer buzz the tower, Scott Taylor do a low altitude flyby in a bi-wing plane.
Yeah.
That was wild. Then we saw a Hall of Famer get married in the park, throw the garter to the fans.
Yeah, I mean, they're walking around everywhere. The Hall of Famers are all here. What do we have? I mean, we have the better part of 10 of them, 10 or 11 here on Thursday night. So, yeah, the history at this place, and there's more now because I believe Randy Anderson showed up, RJ's dad, and a couple more showed up. We have some guy named Cameron Steele that'll be with us here tonight and tomorrow.
You found him.
So, yeah, another Hall of Famer. So, yeah, we've got some really cool people that have helped build this sport.
I was out at Mole Lake today hanging out with Michael and Johnny from out there at the Resort Lodge Casino and checking that amazing facility out. And of course the folks from Potawatomi. There's an amazing Native American culture in Wisconsin that is very supportive of bringing new people to this region. They're very proud of the land.
Yeah, and they have a long-standing, long-running relationship with this park here, Crandon International Raceway. In fact, the Potawatomis, I mean, that name is synonymous with this racetrack. They've been associated with them for as long as I can remember. They were big on the side of Johnny Greaves' truck back in the day, was very instrumental in putting his Pro 4 out here and when he was making a name for himself, and made a name for them right along with it. So you're absolutely right. That's quite a relationship.
What was your first race you ever announced? In any form?
Well, that's a great question, Wade.
Well, I only have great questions. I'll play some thinking music. Tick tock, tick tock.
Yeah, right. I think it was a drag race at Englishtown, New Jersey. I went in and auditioned there, if you will. Auditioned. Lewis Bloom was on the mic there, who eventually became the stat guy, the stat man for NHRA. So I went in there, and Jimmy Knapp was part of the family, and opened up the opportunity. I said, man, I'd like to give it a shot. And he said, Lewis doesn't like to call motorcycles, who eventually went on to call ProStar Motorcycle, was very, very good at it. But at the time did not care for it. He wanted to go to dinner, so he got up and I sat down, and the rest is history, man. Here we are 25 years later.
Can you listen to your early stuff? I can't listen to my early stuff.
No, probably not. I don't know if I can listen to my modern day stuff. So.
What do you love about this job after 25 years plus now doing it? What do you still love?
Well, I mean, I don't know how you got in it, but, you know, when you're young, you get into stuff. Oh, I want to be rich and famous. Well, you can scratch both of those, but I am a rich man, but I'm a rich man now because of the relationships and because of the people. It's really about the people. That's what you hear everybody say. Even the racers, you know, are into the industry, television into the industry. Everybody gets into it, you know, because it looks fun and exciting. You want to travel, and then you quickly figure out 10 years later the travel is certainly not all it's cracked up to be. But you just meet these amazing people that you have friends for life. So without a doubt, it's the people.
When you go to a location to call a race, people will say to you, "Oh, what was it like at, you know, the city or the region?" You go, "I don't know. I saw the airport, the racetrack, and the hotel."
But I saw some cool racing.
What's it like when you decompress? Do you come down, you know, like you're announcing in front of 50, 60,000 people. At the end of it, do you get some mental space? What happens to you after the race?
So I don't know about you, but yesterday after the parade, we did that 2-hour parade. You get an adrenaline rush. You're doing live, and we got done with that. And I had to go do an interview with Wyatt Miller and his mother, Dale Earnhardt's daughter. And dude, I was crashing, man. I mean, I just sat in the truck for 20 or 30 minutes because it's the adrenaline's pumping, and then all of a sudden you just die. So yeah, you gotta clear out. I mean, if you hear these long weekends, these things are grinds. You know, people are gonna say, "Oh, don't whine and cry," and I'm certainly not.
Yeah.
But we did the parade. I did that interview. Had to go do another interview with CJ and Keegan and Cheney, which was spectacular, so much fun, and then hopped on the desk right away with you. and we rocked it until whatever 8:30,
Yeah.
almost 9 o'clock, and you get done with that, man. You go to the RV and you sit down for a minute and take a breath.
Because you can't waste words. When you're live, you can't just blow any sentence in there and not worry about it. And look, back in the day before there was streaming and live TV, when it was a drag race, the only one that heard you were the people there. But now, you can't burn words.
No, it's the world. Every time they turn on a camera now, it's the world. So it's amazing how far it's come and what it's adapted to. It's great to be able to bring all this to the world. I mean, literally anybody can log in and catch us live here and bring it to them. But it draws a lot of energy. I mean, you bring a lot of energy to the desk. You know what I'm talking about. I bring a lot of energy to the desk, and it's a lot of hard work. I mean, I'm doing stats all weekend long, trying to keep up with all the racing action. And we have to do intros tomorrow, and you got to give these drivers their due. That's what our job is, to represent them to the masses out there and let them know how good they are and what they've accomplished. So you got to stay on top of that, because every win is very, very special. It's very important to them. So I try to do that along the weekend. Kristen, obviously, she's working, this entire staff, everybody, man. It's nonstop. The guys were here working on that backdrop over there, which you can probably see it with your camera. Speaking of Wyatt Miller, he's over there doing an interview right now, but they took that entire backdrop down, and they started, I think, at 11:30, 12 o'clock, and weren't done till about 1:30 because they wanted to make it a little bit better today. So I know Steve was over there. I took a picture of it for proof. So Steve was over there working, but that's what this staff does. That's what everybody does.
And when you look back in here, you don't realize that there are so many people back inside here. Joey D is, I'm not sure what he does. He makes the coffees for us. Steve is back there working as well. So it's a village in our world to get this stuff done. This is the face, thank God. We're not the face of this, but there's a lot of people that work really hard to do what we get to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're here way before us, they're here way after us, and they make the whole technical end of it work, and how they make it work, I'll have no idea. I mean, we were sitting here yesterday, and I think it was 2 minutes till we went to air, and they were still working on comms trying to get stuff to go, and we have no control over it. We just sit here, and somehow, some way, it seems like every time they make the magic happen.
When I came here in 2023, Ken, I vividly remember your voice, "Get ready, Crandon," that calling that land rush start with the Pro 4s gave me chills. You get no sense of that because you're in a booth. It's pretty sterile. You don't get to hear what the fans are doing, but this place lights up. What a privilege to call elite off-road racing at this place.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. Super honored that they even allow me to come here and be a small piece of the puzzle. And you're right, we're in the booth. We don't hear the fans. We're assuming they're screaming and yelling. We see them all stand up.
Yep.
And I know what it's like to stand out here and hear the Pro 2s and hear the Pro 4s come thundering through turn one, which I still say is the most exciting turn of all of motorsport. So we don't get that audio. We have headphones on as well.
Yeah.
So you're right, we do lose a lot of that, but I have one of the all-time greats standing beside me, and Cameron Steele. Our timing together is magical. It's just we're a great fit. We always have been, and man, I'm as excited as they are. That's where it comes from, right? It comes from the heart. It's like, we're about to go racing at Crandon, the most exciting turn in motorsports. They're going to go 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 wide. Hopefully they all make it through, but maybe not. You just don't know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to be exciting.
What advice do you give young announcers, Ken? Because there's a lot of more seasoned announcers like you and I, but we need the future. What advice do you give someone starting out?
Honestly, my biggest thing is do your homework, man. Don't just come in and try to fluff through it and wing through it. Do some homework. Learn. If you don't know, it doesn't matter if you don't know the sport. Learn the lingo. Do some homework. Figure out some stats. Figure out who the players are. Have a conversation with people. Start learning the aspect of that particular discipline in that sport. Do the work so when you come in, you're relaxed and you can have some fun, because otherwise you're going to be out to lunch and you think you're just going to roll with it because you got this great personality, but they're going to pick you out in a minute and they're going to slice you up and throw you out to the weeds, man.
Always good to see you, Ken. I can't wait to rock this. 60,000 people here today, going to be the same tomorrow. It's going to be wild, mate.
I didn't know I was going to have to do work right off the bat before we started working. It's quite an interview, bud.
Well, work. Let's call it work, shall we? Because you and I both know that
this isn't work.
If you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life, right?
It's
good to see you, mate.
Thanks, mate.